everyone, this is Dana Jones from the Sela Creative Company and welcome to my studio. Today I'm going to show you how to make these adorable Clippy Clothespins. These clothespins are 6 inches long and they are decked out with some really cute scrapbook paper. I love to use these clothespins for things like putting encouraging quote cards on, as well as family pictures. You could even take your grandma's favorite chocolate chip cookie recipe and put it on a clothespin as well. Lots of really great ideas and lots of ways that you can use these clothespins. So without any further ado, let's get started. Let's take a look inside the kit. In here you'll find my business card, some cute crinkle paper, a foam paintbrush, an assortment of scrapbook paper in the colorway you chose. Each piece of paper is double-sided and is of cardstock thickness. The papers are a random assortment and there is more than enough to complete this project. There's also a small container of Mod Podge, a sanding block, and 3 6-inch clothespins. In addition to the provided materials, you'll also need a pair of scissors and a pencil. To begin, we need to disassemble the clothespins. Pull the 2 pieces of wood apart in the middle near the coil, and then slide the top piece of wood to the right. Turn it over, pull the coil from the groove, and again slide the wood to the right. Now it's time to select the paper that we would like to use for the clips. Remember that every paper has a different design on each side, and not all kits have the same papers. I really like the one that looks like fireworks, so let's use that. To cut out the pieces for your clip, place the flat piece of the clip face down on your paper. Use your pencil to trace the shape of the clip. Because I used the edge of the paper, I only had to draw one line. Then I use my scissors to cut along the line to create my strip. Next, I'll take my strip of paper and place it on the top of the clip, starting at the groove in the middle. Then I'm going to turn the clip over and cut off the excess. I'll use that piece for the top portion of the clip. So I can match my design together, I'm going to rotate the paper 180 degrees on the larger portion and then match the smaller portion on the smaller piece. Next, I'll open my Mod Podge by removing the tape and popping off the cap. I'll use my foam brush to apply a thin layer of Mod Podge on the top of my clothespin. Then I'll take my paper and add it to the top of the clothespin, using my fingers to smooth out any air bubbles. It's important to make sure it adheres well and there aren't any wrinkles, creases, or bubbles. And then I'll do the same thing for the smaller piece. You may have a little bit of overhang on this portion. If so, turn the clothespin over and trim the edges with your scissors. Okay, now it's time to make the other side of the clothespin. Feel free to use the same scrapbook paper or mix it up with other papers in the pack. You can even throw in some of your own scrapbook papers from home. Just be sure it is of cardstock thickness. The neat thing about these clothespins is that they are two-sided, which means you can decorate each side differently and use it in 2 different seasons. Now that I have both sides done, it's time to sand the edges. Using the provided sanding block, sand the edges of the clothespin using a downward motion at a 45-degree angle. Sand down and away, removing any excess paper hanging over the edge. When you're done, you should have a smooth edge all the way around. To sand in the groove between both pieces of paper, place your sanding block in the groove at a 45-degree angle and sand back and forth until the edges of the papers have been smoothed down. Now it's time for the other side, sanding all the edges with a down and away motion at a 45-degree angle. And then place your sanding block in the groove at a 45-degree angle and sand back and forth. If you'd like to, you can add a layer of Mod Podge over the top of your paper. This adds a bit of shine and can help protect your clothespin if it gets a little bit of water on it. A thin layer with long, even strokes is all you need. Now that the clothespins are dry, it's time to put them back together. To do so, you'll take your spring, open it up, and insert the top portion of the metal into the groove. For me, I hold the wood in my right hand and the spring in my left hand. I open the spring and slide the pin into place. Then I turn it over and pop the coil into place. And then with my left hand, open the spring and insert the other piece into the groove with my right hand. Adjust the coil into the groove inside if necessary. Follow all of these instructions for all the clips in the kit. Like I said earlier, you can use these clips to hold your favorite words of encouragement or a family photo, or even your grandma's favorite chocolate chip cookie recipe. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you had a great time, and we'll see you soon.